What's going on, guys? Broken Machine here. Hope you guys are all doing well today. It's a little late in the UK and we just got some updated news on the Battle Royale testing inside of Battlefield Labs for Battlefield 6. So I'm just going to look through this quickly, give my thoughts on it, and do let me know down below your thoughts on this as well. So let's just jump into it. This week we will begin testing a new addition to our Battlefield universe, a Battle Royale built on Battlefield's unique DNA. The information and feedback from players in Battlefield Labs will be incredibly valuable in helping to refine and deliver this experience. The details below are intended to help players understand our philosophy for this mode and to provide context for participants in the upcoming Battlefield Labs test so they can jump right into the action. Battle Royale, the Battlefield way, they say. They see a great opportunity to infuse the core Battlefield pillars of class-based squad play, tactical destruction, and vehicle combat into the Battle Royale genre, to create a high-stakes and adrenaline-pumping gameplay experience. This is Battlefield's twist on the classic formula, so you can expect to find all of the core principles of Battlefield taking place within this mode. Gadgets, explosives, destructible environments, and vehicles can all be used to secure the win. Vehicles were in Battlefield 5's Firestorm Battle Royale. I'm a little on the fence about those, but let's dive into it and see what else they say. So it is Battlefield at its core. Key elements players can expect in this test. The map is Battlefield is no stranger to epic maps, and this all-new map has been built for the VR experience. That sounds like good news to me. It features a diverse array of tactical points of interest, each with distinct layouts and themes that offer unique gameplay opportunities. This was one of my criticisms of Firestorm. It kind of felt all the same across the map. There was new places and places added along the way, but it kind of felt the same, so I like that going forward. Vehicles. Players can find common transport vehicles around the map and even unlock powerful armored vehicles to turn the tide of battle. The intent is to offer more ways for players to traverse the map early on in a match and to create interesting combined arms action in the process. Interesting words there, to traverse the map early. So is it more about transporting around the map rather than endgame elements? We'll have to find out. Tactical destruction is here, of course. Destruction will be everywhere in this mode, from creating pathways through walls to topple buildings. We look forward to seeing players' ingenuity with destruction and how they use it to defeat their opponents. Remember, in the little teaser, we saw some buildings there, much larger houses than in multiplayer, or at least from this perspective, so expect those to be destructible. Squad play for this test, each match will feature 100 players, organized into 25 4-player squads, fighting to be the last one standing. Communicating with your squad through pings, text, or VoIP aims to boost the experience and enhance their tactical options. 100 players sounds good to me. It depends on the size of the map. I think 150 would be nice, but hey, that sounds like a pretty good option there. VoIP, I would love proximity chat in this. And there is going to be second chances. Between the support class revives and mobile redeploy options, there are multiple tools to keep your squad in the fight. Redeploys, very important in VR these days. I don't think Battlefield VR needs to be super hardcore. That works for me. They are calling this the deadliest ring in VR. We've set out to bring the most dangerous ring in gaming to Battle Royale that instantly kills players upon contact, with urgent warnings as the fire approaches. Soldiers will be pushed into more intense firefights as the game space continues to shrink. There's no jumping in and out of it, no using it for cover, no walking through it. If you get caught in it, you are done. We're excited to see how the ring affects the pace of the game and how it creates spontaneous showdowns. They do say the deadliest ring in VR. This is an interesting one here. The ring actually kills players upon contact. So there is urgent warnings as the fire approaches. Soldiers will be pushed into more intense firefights as the game space continues to shrink. There's no jumping in and out of it, no using it for cover, no walking through it. If you get caught in it, you are done, they say. That's an interesting one. That's a complete change of how BR functions. You've got to be thinking about the map heads. You've got to be playing the objective, if you will. You've got to be taking the map, making rotations, making pushes, thinking about where the circles are going to go forward. I like that. That to me is what BR should be. Not sitting in the gas with your gas mask, surviving, stimming, cheesing it. None of that nonsense. You've got to think about this here. Really got to think about that. So I'm really excited about that, and I hope there's good feedback on the circles from playing Firestorm and of course Warzone and other BRs. Sometimes circles can be a little tedious, a little dull, a little boring. So I hope they think about these circles and how they force players to play in certain ways and not play in certain ways, and how the interactions can really make an awesome game and a competitive game as well, because that's really important. Before we jump into the rest of this, if you are pre-ordering Battlefield 6 on the EA app, do be sure to use code BrokenMachine. You can support this channel for free. Now, onto the classes, training, and traits. Each squad gets to plan and choose which of the classes they will bring to the battle. From a balanced squad of all 4 classes to a focus squad that's all one class, your team will use the unique strengths and weaknesses of the class to adapt and overcome the unique tactical scenarios they encounter in the BR experience. So they're not locking it here. They're not locking it in any way. You can pick whatever you want here. That's interesting. Should we have that where you can all be assault, or should it be one of each class? Let me know down in the comments below. Personally, I think you should be able to use what you want here. Once the match begins, players are not able to change their class for the rest of that match. That sounds good to me. Players start the match with 2 default gadgets from their chosen class. During each match, players level up by earning XP through a variety of methods, such as defeating an opposing player, bonus for finishing off a squad, or completing missions. Be on the lookout for intel cases. Finding these is crucial as they will provide XP to the whole squad. Liking the sound of that, XP to the whole squad, that sounds pretty solid to me. And they go on to say, as players level up through their class's training, they will gain access to new traits that enhance their chosen class and give both of them and their squad a tactical edge in the match. One example would be the Assault class, being faster in equipping an armor plate which makes them harder to defeat in their next or current firefight. I like the sound of that, so you can be a bit more aggressive with the Assault class there, plating up quicker. Yeah, that seems a pretty nice choice there. So they go on to say, in Battlefield Labs, we'll be watching how players use the classes to build the most effective squads and how their unique traits contribute throughout each game. For example, just how critical is the support class's supply crate for maintaining ammo, and how effective are the engineer's abilities when using or fighting against vehicles. I'm glad they put that in there. Vehicles could be a problem. In Firestorm, I don't think they were massively an issue, but there was at times when a tank would just sit up on the top of the hill in the final circles and just ruin you. That was a bit of an issue at times, but I think for the most part, vehicles weren't a massive issue. And of course, the class balancing issues, they do need to keep this in mind, even though it is a BR and it's going to be a little bit more open in many ways. They go on to talk about the arms race. So throughout each match, players will explore the map, complete missions, and battle for loot to define their arsenal. There are 5 tiers of weapons to loot, along with attachments, throwables, frag grenades, gadgets, strike packages, including airstrike. So we can assume that is the airstrike from BF5 maybe. There was in the Road to BF6 in 2042 a reference there. Airstrikes, I could live with them in this. Yeah, these worked kind of well in Firestorm. And of course, tactical destruction, that would be interesting to see with one of those. How does that affect the map? How does it affect the way it plays? Hopefully we'll see some good tactical destruction and not just open wastelands. There is armor, upgrade kits, and custom drops of favorite weapons. I like the sound of that. So loadouts are somewhat in the game. Be interested to see how customizable these actually are. These items can be found across the experience through general loot crates, class-specific crates, unlocking armored trucks. Armored trucks are going to be in the game, okay. Mission rewards, or looting defeated enemies. They had some issues with looting in the original Firestorm. I hope that is not the issue here, and I hope it's nice and simple to do. The missions will have squads try to complete objectives that offer rewards to gain a competitive edge over their opponents. This range from unlocking high-value caches to planting explosives to eliminate mission-critical targets. Mission details will outline the available rewards like a weapons cache, vehicle key, or mobile redeploy unit, leaving it up to each squad to decide if the risk is worth the potential reward. Once the mission objective is complete, rewards are airdropped in, so squads should stay alert for others who may attempt to steal them. These missions are crafted to challenge your squad's teamwork and reward precise execution under pressure, with the potential to shift the momentum of battle. And loot, armor, and how players engage with missions are key to the flow of the game, they say. Oh, for definite. And we can't wait to see how players connect and push these areas of gameplay in Battlefield Labs. This is very interesting to have all this tested out in labs. Semi-public is yeah, that's an interesting way to do things, and I hope we get some good feedback. And if you are in labs, do be sure to give your feedback in that about these modes. I mean, I'm a big fan of BR. I think games often need much more modes to survive these days, and I'm glad they're really engaging with the fans here. So you can test this new mode and all of its features within the Battlefield Labs environment. They say they're excited to hear about players' experiences as they explore this, and yeah, that is pretty much it. Lots and lots of details here. Armor, airstrikes. Do you guys think airstrikes, and let's just call them kill streaks if you will, belong in a Battlefield VR environment? Personally, I am totally okay with them, as long as they're balanced reasonably well. Don't want any issues like Warzone where the airstrike comes in and you don't know where it's going to land. That's a bit of a nightmare. I think there should be some predictability to it. So if the airstrike is coming, will we see anything more from BF5? That's an interesting thing to ponder about down in the comments below. Do let me know your thoughts down below. But yeah, guys, it is getting pretty late in the UK now. This sounds all pretty solid to me. There is some good questions here. I'm just going to go back to that one. How effective are the engineer's abilities when using or fighting against vehicles? If you know my channel, I'm mainly an infantry player. Don't mind vehicles being powerful, but I don't want vehicles to be so overpowered and annoying. Like Montegrappa, the planes in BF1 could be very frustrating to play against. So I'm excited that they are considering all these things, because BR in Battlefield 6 could be absolutely amazing. Having played lots of the multiplayer in BF6, in the beta and over the last 1.5 years behind the scenes, I'm really confident they could really pull off a decent VR, given what we've seen so far. Honestly, I think the Battlefield Studios teams have really done a great number with the BF6 main game. So I'm really excited to see all this. Custom loadouts, that sounds good to me. Hopefully you can have a good tweak there, and yeah, I do hope the standard loot on the ground is solid enough. It needs to be. It really, really needs to be. Part of me does not want a Warzone situation where you've got to grind multiplayer, get certain attachments, play certain ways, get certain things, and then you've got this amazing loadout. And then a new update comes along, and you've got to do it again through multiplayer, or BR if you wish, but it takes longer. Don't want any of that. There needs to be solid loot on the ground that you can actually play the game, win the game, and succeed across your BR journey. I'm not sure what else there is to say here. But anyway, guys, I do hope you've enjoyed this video. Do let me know your thoughts down below. And of course, once again, thank you very much for checking out this video today. Hope to see you on BF6. And of course, once again, if you are pre-ordering Battlefield 6 through the EA app, make sure to use code BrokenMachine and you can support the channel. Anyway, guys, hope to see you in the next one. Take it easy. I'll see you later.